Hey guys, just checking in. Been a while since I did a video, but weather, life, all those other things are going on. I do want to kind of update you on the 56 F100, of course, on a 2000 Mercury Mountaineer chassis Ford Explorer. Let me show you what it is that I've been doing here most recently. And then I got an opinion on the running boards. Need your opinion and your input. So let me turn this around and we'll take a look at what I've been doing. So here we are. Couple of things. I did move the fenders forward, and that gives me about 5 inches. Puts them wheels very, very close, just ahead of center right there, which to me, I really like the way that looks. And kind of stitched them up, filled in that little hole right there, and gonna possibly leave that. The inside, I have been working on quite a few of these things little at a time. Let me start with this side. Of course, the air cleaner coming off, mass airflow sensor, one of my fuse panels, and then put the cruise control bracket in the back. I took out the water for the windshield washer. We don't have wipers here. I have another little knot I want to put on there, the old wiper handle. And then gonna look at a couple of other pieces to fill in just on the corner here and on the corner here to button those up. Haven't done that yet. The other motor side, we have, of course, the clamps are from the trickle charger. Always got the trickle charger going on the battery. Battery's up in there nice and tight. Tried to clean up as much of this as possible. One thing I have gotten done is that we had to pull the radiator. I replaced the water pump. So the water pump, which you can only see the pulley, but right down in there is the new water pump. And on that new water pump is the pulley itself for the fan, which then I'm going to have to put in the additional fan. New radiator in it, fan shroud, really close, because when we moved this entire thing forward, we ended up with this mount, the bracket right there. I ended up moving it back probably 3 inches from the Explorer in order to fit the F100. So those are all good to go. I have some inner wheels to continue patching. I want to put the inner fender on here from the Mountaineer. That's what I think it's going to be easiest to do. I have the F-150 inner fenders, but a lot of additional work that might go into that. The bed, it looks like I have to raise the bed. So the top of the bed line along with the door handle is kind of like where I'm going. So I had already mounted it once, and it looks like I'm just a little bit short, so gonna have to disconnect the rear mounts, raise that up just probably about an inch and a half, I guess, something like that. I'll find out what level is. I have 2 things that I want to look at. One of them is this running board. Okay, so the running board itself, I had to cut it down, of course, because the bed has been cut down. So one thing I want to look at is here on this side to lower it just under the fender. That'll give me a proper gap all the way across the door. And over here on this fender, I have to raise it up just a little bit. The reason why, again, I've dropped the entire bed lower than it normally would be on an F100, but since this is the Mountaineer chassis, got to do a couple of things, custom. So that's what I'm looking at doing. I would look at a filler piece, just a thin little filler piece right there, but I think that is, I think that's level pretty much at this point. You tell me what you think about that. Or if I need to go up in the front and raise the bed. Don't necessarily want to raise the bed because I like the tires being tucked up underneath that fender. If I raise that bed a little bit in the back, it'll be right at the top of that fender. So if the bed comes up in the back, then just right at the top of that tire is where that fender will come. And I believe that'll put me just about even with this tire, because I have to drop the front of the suspension down. I can get about 2.5 inches, and I think that'll put me right at the top of that tire. So a couple of questions. One, do you like that tire? I like the painted it black chrome cap. I think I'm going to put a red painted line around that and drop that down. So if you like the front wheel position and the paint, let me know on that. Second thing is, if you like the running board, give me a thumbs up or let me know. Or if you think I need to come up with the running board and up with the rear, the bed. Okay, one last thing right here. Originally, when I had this truck on the F100 chassis, before I moved to this chassis, I actually cut this line right here. And this line was cut all the way to the fender so that the entire hood would tilt forward. I love that. But since I went to the Explorer chassis, it's been its own uniquenesses here. One thing that would give me more access to the whole front end, allow me to weld it up, follow up with some things, is possibly cutting. Let's see if I got right here something. I got a line scribed right here, and I'd like to cut this possibly. If I cut this right here, leave this along with the running board, this would stay. There would be a cut gap right here. Of course, put some kind of little trim in it. Cut gap right here. And if I do that on both sides, I'd be able to still lift the entire hood. I'd come back down. I'd have a not a bungee, but a rubber connector right there. And of course, I can put pins, guide pins in right here. So that's the third thing on input on. Do we like it with not the flip hood, tilt front end, and not the tilt front end, or do we like the idea of the tilt front end? And I really like running it without the hood right now. I just think that is cool. The only other thing would be turn that air cleaner up so air cleaner sticks up. Anyways, that's where I'm at. Let me turn this back. So that's where I'm at. Let me know what it is you're thinking. F250 or F100 on 2000 Mercury Mountaineer, and I'm trying to get everything settled and figured out. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, all those kinds of things. Thanks, guys.